Hi, welcome to RG Vision Media. Today on the menu we have
We're going to be headed over to Coco's. Coco's our next step. We're going to talk to some financial advisors about the difference between financially how this can affect our economy or investors compared to the 2008 housing market crash. And we're going to be talking to Bill Martin and also Juan Garcia. So we'll be headed there in a little bit. This is a new thing that RG Vision is doing. We just wanted to talk to local people, different professionals, to hear about their story and their take on everything that's going on when it comes to either their profession or their business.
Right. Specifically around COVID.
Specifically around COVID. And I know that some of the questions I've been asked, and I know I asked you, and I just kind of want to start off, because of all things going on, we hear so many negative things in the economy that unemployment is on the rise. I was just curious to know, how does this compare to the financial crisis in 2008? I'm sure that there's an economic effect that this thing is having on the community and to investors. I mean, can y'all tell us what the difference is from what y'all see?
So, from my perspective, there's the economy and then there's the market. And the two aren't always very well connected at the same time. None of them really had a forced shutdown of business. That shutdown of business was really more an effect of what was happening in the economy. Here, the forced shutdown of business is affecting the economy. We changed the order of how a recession typically occurs, in my mind. When you look at sort of the market decline in the period of time, both the last two significant recessions, early 2000s, which was like 2002, 2002, and then 08 and 09, those were longer periods of time. From that point of view, it's the businesses being forced to shut down causing a recession, as opposed to a recession occurring and then businesses close. It's a change of market.
Yeah, I would agree with all that. I think, one of the other differences is that this was driven, by the virus as opposed to a business event triggering this. In the 08 crisis, it was really, it was a big bubble. There was a lot of borrowed money. There was a lot of speculation, and then there was speculation on speculation, right? So when the bubble, finally popped, there was a huge destruction in wealth just because it was really kind of a house of cards. In contrast, we were heading into, one of the strongest economies we've had in decades. Unemployment, yeah, exactly. Unemployment was at all-time lows. The banks are really well capitalized. In contrast to the 08 crisis, the banks have really been part of the solution, whereas in 08 they were really part of the problem. They were a big part of the problem, and so I think in terms of the business fundamentals, we're much better situated than we've been in past recessions. And if we can, get some path through the virus in terms of better treatments, maybe things that cut down on the duration of the sick time, and then ultimately if we can get a vaccine, I think we're really off to the races. In some ways, I think the virus may end up being a blessing in disguise. One of the things that, our government's been talking about and debating but has never been able to come to agreement on is some kind of U.S. stimulus package, right? And this is almost forced stimulus. It's pumped a lot of money into the economy. A lot of companies, in light of the uncertainty that they were facing, have drawn a lot of debt. Well, they're going to put that money to work, right? So this could actually be the sort of backdoor stimulus that we've been needing.
That is a major difference, as well as sort of the response. The Federal Reserve and Congress both responded by government's pace, lightning fast. There was complaints in the news media about this taking too long, but relative to previous recessions, this was as fast as you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, for instance, like the PPP loan, the payment protection plan loan for small businesses. I mean, I've heard of small businesses applying for it and getting the funds within 30 days. I mean, is that an example of how the Fed?
Absolutely. Excellent example. The market lows were March 23rd, and we really hadn't even started to hear about job losses at that point. Job losses, we lost 30 million jobs after that, and the market went up because you had government response from the Federal Reserve and from Congress, and I would say even more importantly, the government response we're going to start to reopen the economy. Once people gathered that there was some confidence that we could maybe get jobs again and the economy would start to move, the market jumped well ahead of the traditional signals of a recession like job losses.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for this episode of On the Menu with me, Gabe Puente, CEO of RG Vision Publications. For more content about the issue, download the link below, download the RG Vision magazine, learn more about the Rio Grande Valley, and stay tuned for more episodes.